What's up YouTube? This is going to be a tour and quick preview of all the different menus in a track mode in Ray's 128 GB image. So when you first boot up the image and you get it on the default boot going into a track mode, it'll actually boot up on this displays menu here. You can get past this menu by just clicking into any of these menus items below. But let's just go through this menu really quick. So first thing is if you want to go to the track mode setup, that's where you can go to the command line, you can change your settings, you can just change your displays, you can scrape box art. All your settings are going to be in there. Next up is the cave system. Then we have CPS 1, 2, and 3. We have Atari 2600, Atari 7800, Atari Lynx, MSX and MSX2, NEC PC Engine, Famicom Disk System, Nintendo Game Boy Advance and Nintendo Game Boy Color, Virtual Boy, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo SM Famicom, Nintendo 64, SNK Neo Geo games, SNK Neo Geo Pocket, SNG Neo Geo Pocket Color, Sega 32X, Sega CD, Sega Game Gear, Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive for Japan, Sega SG-1000, Sony PlayStation, Sony PSP, Super Graphics, TurboGrafx 16. Then we have a bunch of collections, the Batman collection, the Darius collection, Double Dragon, Donkey Kong, Fatal Fury, Ghosts and Ghouls, King of Fighters, Mario, Mega Man, Metal Slug, Mortal Kombat, Outrun collection, Pac-Man, Sonic, Street Fighter, Superhero Sports collection, Star Wars collection, the Top 100 collection, which I have a separate video on that I recommend you check out, where we actually see which of the 100 actually work, and I believe 97 of them work. The Simpsons collections, Toki collections, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collections, Zelda collections, Final Burn Alpha emulator, MAME emulator for arcade games, Capcom Classics, Data East Classics, Irem Classics, don't know how to pronounce that word, Classics, Midway Classics, Namco Classics, Nintendo Classics, PGM, don't know how to pronounce that word, SNK Classics, Sega Classics, Smash-Ups, PSX Smash-Ups, Taito Classics, Fighters, Band Presto Collection, Visco, Williams, Game Hacks, which are games that were hacked to show different visuals, Spidey Collection, Spider-Man, Disney Collection, which is Disney games, Mario vs. Sonic Collection. And then lastly, to exit a track mode, which I believe will take you to the command line. Now let's just click into Mario vs. Sonic to start. So here is the main attract mode setup menu. As you can see, you can press tab to configure your attract mode. You can launch Emulationstation, you can launch your Kodi here, you can reboot. You can go to your RetroPie setup, or you can shut down as well. And from here you can go left and you can go right. So let's just go to the right, let's go down that list again. But this time we're in the actual track mode, going down the same list. So Cave, Capcom 1, Capcom 2, Capcom 3, Atari 2600, Atari 7800, Atari Lynx, MSX, MSX2, PC Engine, Family Computer Disk System, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Virtual Boy, NES, Super NES, Super NES Japanese games, Nintendo 64, Neo Geo, Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo Pocket Color, Sega 32X, Sega CD, Sega Game Gear, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive, Sega SG-1000, PlayStation, PSP, Super Graphics, TurboGrafx 16, Batman Collection, Yari's Collection, Double Dragon Collection, Donkey Kong Collection, Fatal Fury Collection, Ghouls and Ghosts Collection, The King of Fighters Collection, Super Mario Collection, Mega Man Collection, Metal Slug Collection, Mortal Kombat Collection, Outrun Collection, Pac-Man Collection, Sonic Collection, Street Fighter Collection, Heroes Arcade, Sports Collection, Star Wars Collection, RetroPie Top 100, The Simpsons Collection, Toki Collection, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Zelda Collection, Final Burn Alpha, Main Arcade, Capcom Classics, Data East Classics, Irem Classics, Konami Classics, Midway Classics, Namco Classics, Nintendo Classics, Polygame Master, SNK Classics, Sega Classics, fighting games, Van Presto, Visco, Williams Arcade Classics, Hacked Games, Spider-Man Collection, Disney Games, Mario vs. Sonic Collection, and back to the main menu. We're going to now launch into Emulationstation. Starting with Atari, we have Atari 2600, 648 games available. Atari 7800, 59 games available. Atari Lynx, 76 games available. Dreamcast, there are no games available. You will need to upload those. Final Burn Alpha, 4,148 games available. Family Computer Disk System, 90 games available. Game Gear, 249 games available. Game Boy, 565 games. Game Boy Advance, 1,098 games. Game Boy Color, 535 games. Main, which is the arcade, 6,157 games available. Sega Master System, 281 games available. Sega Mega Drive, 810 games available. MSX, 567 games available. Nintendo 64, 302 games available. Neo Geo, 142 games available. NES, 791 games available. Neo Geo Pocket, 9 games available. Neo Geo Pocket Color, 40 games available. MS-DOS, 2 games available. PC Engine, 290 games available. Ports, PlayStation, 25 games available. This is the RetroPie menu. Sega 32X, 33 games available. Sega CD, 25 games available. Sega SG-1000, 68 games available. And finally, SNES, Super Nintendo, 786 games available. So there's over 15,000 games on this image. For those of you that just start out with the image, some people ask, well, how do I go into a track mode? And all you have to do is go into the RetroPie menu and scroll down to here. You should be able to restart into track mode. That'll also set your default as a track mode once you do this from this screen. So it will always launch in that menu. As far as browsing the games, I actually prefer going through the Emulationstation if I know what I want to get, because I can hit the select button and then jump to a letter. So if I wanted to play Mario, I think it's under S, I could just go ahead and just go to S. There we go. Super Mario Brothers. Where in a track mode, you can hit select, which will jump from letter to letter, but that's a lot of processing and it's a little laggy. This menu, it's easier to find something if you know what you want. But the great thing about a track mode is if you don't know what you want or you're showing it off, it looks great and it allows you to see the game before you click into it. If you'd like to do the track mode, there's a link in the description for the video on how to install. Remember that once you have the track mode that you do need to delete any games that you do not own. I do hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you a better look at the Ray's 128GB image. It's a beautiful image and I want to thank Ray and the team that worked on it. If you could support this channel, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time.